In this video, we'll learn how to enable and perform special seismic design checks for steel structures using ideCAD Structural. You'll see how to define special moment frames and braced frames, and how the software automatically applies AISC 341-16 provisions based on ductility level. We'll review compactness, bracing, and axial strength checks, then verify that each frame type is fully code compliant. By the end, you'll know exactly how to prepare your steel structures for seismic design under AISC 341-16. Now let's learn how to enable and perform special seismic design checks for steel structures according to AISC 341-16, Seismic Provisions for Structural Steel Buildings. In order for the software to apply these checks, we first need to define which structural elements serve as part of the seismic force resisting system. Earlier, during Analysis Wizard setup, I selected special moment frames and special concentrically braced frames as the lateral force resisting systems. The software remembers this selection and links it to the frame type assignments we'll now make. In other words, whichever frame type we select, moment frame or braced frame, the software will apply the appropriate seismic design checks based on the previously defined ductility level. For example, if I had chosen intermediate or ordinary systems instead, the software would automatically apply the corresponding design provisions when assigning the same frame types. This ensures the design remains compliant with AISC 341-16, regardless of whether the system is special, intermediate, or ordinary. In our project, we used two different lateral systems. In one direction, special moment frames. In the other direction, special concentrically braced frames. Each of these systems requires specific checks depending on their ductility level and seismic frame type, as outlined in AISC 341-16. Let's quickly recap what those checks are. Ensuring compact section requirements are met for beams and columns. Verifying that moment frame beams have lateral bracing at proper intervals, per AISC 341-16 D1.2c. Confirming brace slenderness and compactness criteria, AISC 341-16 F2. And checking columns for axial forces under amplified seismic load combinations using the overstrength factor. Now let's activate these checks in the software. To begin, go to the Analysis and Design tab on the top toolbar. Here, you'll see two dedicated commands. Define moment frames. Define concentrically braced frames. Let's start with the SCBF system. I clicked the concentrically braced frames icon. Notice that the mouse pointer changed. To clarify the view, I've hidden the purlins using the Hide Purlins command. Now I'm selecting the exterior columns, beams, and braces that form the braced frames along the perimeter. By doing this, we're explicitly tagging these members as part of the SCBF system, which means the software will apply all relevant seismic checks, including section compactness, brace axial strength and ductility checks, and the requirement that the net section fracture strength, based on net area, must not be less than the gross area yield strength, as stated in AISC 341-16 Commentary F2.5b. Once the elements are selected, I right-click to complete the command. You can verify your selection by clicking the command again. Selected members will appear in purple, confirming that SCBF checks will be applied in the design reports. Now let's do the same for the moment frame. I clicked the moment frame icon, selected the appropriate beams and columns, and right-clicked to complete the selection. Again, clicking the command once more highlights the moment frame members in purple, indicating they'll be checked according to the moment frame requirements under AISC 341-16 Chapter D. Note that some steel columns are shared between both systems. In such cases, the software automatically uses the governing set of checks, applying the stricter requirements between SMF and SCBF. And that's it. By properly identifying your seismic frame types, you enable all the special seismic checks required by code. The design reports will reflect all applicable provisions, ensuring full compliance with AISC 341-16. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and explore the knowledge base for more tips. See you in the following video.